Hi friends, welcome to Tiny Art. This is watercolors. This month we're going to be doing a simple watercolor project using items that you probably already have in your house for the most part. We did send everything in your packet. One of the items you received is a tiny canvas with a tiny easel, and so you can go ahead and unwrap that because we're going to need to get that canvas out of here. So go ahead and get that unwrapped. And the little easels are just so cute. Perfect for your artwork. Canvases come in a variety of sizes, and you can purchase them at Walmart or Hobby Lobby or online. So you can get super small canvases all the way up to very large canvases. And another fun thing is you can actually get some of the smaller canvases with a magnetic backing to them. And so you can make some more artwork and stick it in your locker at school or put it on your refrigerator. So that's kind of fun as well. I wanted to make sure I showed that to you as well. Another thing you received in your packet is a baggie with 3 assorted regular markers, and so you'll be needing those. Then we also have another marker, which is a fun Sharpie permanent marker. So this one's not going to come off anything, so be careful with this one. It's a Sharpie brush marker that you get to use. We will also be using the baggie, so don't throw your baggie away. This is very important to our art project. You're going to be using your paintbrush. You'll also need a little bit of paper towel, and then it would be great to have a little bit of water beside you as well for the project. I think it's a great idea to put something underneath you because this project is going to be maybe just a little bit messy, not a lot, but a little bit messy. So make sure that you have something underneath you to help protect your surface. Well, the first thing we are going to do is we're going to get that art canvas ready for the color. And so to do that, we are going to just take clear water and we're going to paint the entire surface. If you want your edges to be colored as well, you can paint them. So in our samples here, one of the samples we didn't do the edges. This one we added some color around the edges so you can kind of see the difference. So this is kind of what our finished product's going to look like. Now, it's art, and this is your own watercolor, so yours are not going to look like this. You get to put your own colors of watercolor on, and you're going to put whatever image you want on it. So we'll get to that later. Step 1 is, again, we're going to prep that surface with the clear water. So you just need to paint the whole thing with water. So we're going to do that and get it all covered. I'm just going to do the top right now in the demo. I think some of it might spill over onto the sides if I'm doing this. If you want just the top of your artwork to be colored and you absolutely do not want any color on the sides, I would see if mom or dad have some painter's tape, and you can tape off the edges to keep it clean and crisp until everything is dry. Otherwise, it does tend to go over the edges. All right, friends, now that you have your surface prepped with the clear water, the next step in the project is to take your baggie and lay it on your work surface, and then grab your markers. Now, you do not have to use the markers that we sent in your bag. You can use markers that you have at home as long as they're just regular old water-based markers. They will work just fine. Permanent markers are not going to work, so don't get your Sharpies out for this one. But just those regular markers. I selected 3 colors that were kind of fall colors for my project. And so what you're going to do is take that first marker, and I usually work with the lightest one first because you don't want to ruin your light colored markers if the colors mix together. So take that light marker first, and you're just going to kind of make some color on the baggie, just kind of random in a splotch. Or if you're going to want it layered, you want to go like a straight line across. I'm just kind of doing blobs in mine, kind of blobs. And I'm going to hold it up, and it's kind of hard to see. Maybe if I leave it under the paper, you can see. But you can kind of maybe see a little bit of discoloration here where I use the orange. So now I'm going to take the red and I'm going to do the same thing, just kind of color all over. And it doesn't stick to the bag. It kind of repels that plastic, but you want to get a lot of that color on there. So just kind of mix around. And then I'm going to take my brown, which is my darkest color. So I'm using that last. We see a lot of these colors in the fall leaves and the grasses this time of year. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to slide that over just a little bit and bring my canvas back. And it looks like it's still good and wet. I might add a little bit of water over here. And then this is the fun part. We are going to take this baggie and we are going to lay the color down on top and then just kind of use your finger over the top of the baggie to kind of smear the colors around together and blend them. So just kind of rub back and forth and you can see the colors kind of blurring together and it just looks like a really difficult watercolor piece that you've created. So I'm going to do that. And when you think it looks pretty good, then you grab the sides of your baggie and you just lift up and put that off to the side. And it's going to kind of look like this. And then I just hold it up so it runs back down and blends together the way you want it to blend. If you have a lot of extra color and you want to get rid of it, you can either daub with your paper towel to get some of it off, or you can use your brush and kind of blend a little bit like this. So just however you want. It usually kind of runs around. So if you want to do your edges, if you're somebody that's wanting to do your edges, you would get those sides wet and then take that baggie and kind of blot on the sides as well. And so that's how you do the sides. And then I would use my brush and kind of spread it around a little bit if you need to, a little help with that. I didn't put more ink on there, so it needed to spread a little bit. So what we're going to do is take this, and then before we can do our next step, you need to let this dry. So we're going to need a little bit of dry time before you can come back and finish your project. So we're going to set that one down and take a little breather, and we'll be back in just a second. Okay, friends, so we're back now, and our canvas has dried, and this is what mine kind of turned out like after it dried. And so I'm going to take my canvas and then my Sharpie permanent marker, and it's time for me to put a design on top. And you can do anything. If you have something you love to draw, put that on here. You could use your initial. We did a word and did a little palm tree for a beachy scene. But whatever you like to draw, or even if you're into the Zentangle kind of designs or geometric design, you could put that on there as well. These brush markers are really fun. I would maybe suggest before you work on your piece of canvas that maybe you take some scratch paper and kind of do a practice run with that and kind of get a feel of the brush. I'm still learning, so mine is probably going to turn out just a little bit blobby because I'm trying to get the hang of the amount of pressure to put on that brush. But remember, this is permanent, so you do want to have some layers underneath you. I might actually fold my paper in half just in case I get off to the edge. But when you're doing your practice, you want to make sure you have thick, thick, thick paper because you don't want to get it on your table. It's going to be hard to get off. So grab that brush and you can put whatever design you want on your canvas. I think I'm going to maybe just do a letter S on mine. So you just start and make your shape. And you can kind of fill in and make it thicker in some areas. These brush markers are kind of fun because they kind of give kind of a wispy look to things. But whatever you want to draw is fantastic. But we just like using those permanent markers on the canvas because it won't wash off. It's stuck on there. It won't bleed if your canvas is still just a little bit wet, but lots of fun. You can use your Sharpie on a lot of different things. So it is yours to keep for signing up for this program. So just, have fun with your art. You can add some little flicks or whatever you want, but make whatever design you feel comfortable with. So I hope you had fun with our Tiny Art watercolors, and we hope that you'll get registered for a program that's coming up next month. Registration for that will open tomorrow, so check that out. And if you haven't looked at our webpage, make sure you take a look at all the upcoming activities that we have, including some of our online challenges that you don't need supplies for. So thank you so much for participating. Have a great day.